Okay. I think we will start, and I will take the absentees from the list. I have here 21. I still need 7 person. Sorry, 6 person. Okay. 5 person. Huh? Okay, we still have 5 person. I will start. Now let's start from the page we have in front of you. You can see from this page the branches of physics. You can see them clear? Hello?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, let's start from this part. From this part, we can see that, just a minute, mute all. Yes, okay. We can see that every branch from physics, we know example for each one. For example, as I told you last time, if I moved from this, and I told you falling of object is what kind of physics field? Do you know the answer?
Mechanics.
Mechanics. Yes, that's right. If I told you, for example, yes, boiling and freezing is what kind
Thermodynamics.
of thermodynamics?
Thermodynamics.
Okay, what else we have? Yes, light, mirror, and so on is a kind of
Optics.
optics. That's
Optics.
Oh, okay, that's excellent. So from this point, let's go for the next part. We know, of course, that physics change any life situation into equation and concept. And also it predicts what we can do in the future from what we discovered. And we know the part of car, we can study each part of the car by a field from physics. We know the scientific method that we use to do a research, which consists of 4 parts. And I give you example for Isaac Newton when he sat under the apple tree, when the apple fall on his head. What he did, he used these concepts. Number 1, he make observation, apple fall downward. He collect data, why apple fall down, and he get a question. After that, he start to make formula and objectives. And of course, the formula and the objective and test the hypothesis that he find in the first part. By experiment, he start to throw many things and see which fall downward or not. After that, from the experiments, he interprets some results and revise the hypothesis if necessary. At the end, he must put a conclusion, which will be the result of the research. The conclusion must be published for the people around you or for the world. This is what we studied last time about physics. Let's go for something else. And the last thing we talked about is model. And we know that we must make model to make something easier to understand. For example, if you are talking about atoms, you have to make a model for the atom, a very big model, because atom cannot be seen by naked eye. In this case, model here is made to make people understand something they cannot see clearly by eye. Sometimes the model could be for something harmful as a nuclear bomb or underwater or something like this. And of course, what we study here called system. Now let's start our lesson today from the hypothesis. Hypothesis, or what we call افتراضات أو نقط هيناقشها. Hypotheses are very important in our scientific method of research. Model help scientists to develop hypotheses. If you make a model, this will help you to understand and start to get some hypotheses. For example, if I make a model for a spring, the car spring, if I make a model for these, I can understand how it works when I push it with my both hand together, squeeze it, then leave it and go back. So I will start to make some hypothesis. What if I put heavy things like car on the spring? What will happen? So this is another hypothesis. So I can conclude many hypotheses if I make model. Hypothesis is an explanation that is based on superior scientific research or observation, and that can be tested. You can test any hypothesis to see if it's clear or not, it's true or not. The process of simplifying and modeling a situation can help you determine the relevant variable and identifying the hypothesis for testing. Making model and making things simpler. If I have something complex, like for example, scientists who discovered the atom is very complex thing, but he make it simple by some plastic ball. This make you easily understand so you can test the hypothesis of the research. Okay. Galileo modeled the behavior of falling objects in order to develop a hypothesis about how objects fall.
Good morning.
Good morning, Habibi.
Sorry for being late.
We still have three person didn't appear. I will take screenshot for the names and check the absence. Okay. The story of Galileo is very important, and we have to understand what happened in this story. First,